Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start immediately. Thank you for coming. Today, we're going to be working on a very beautiful topic. I do hope you are able to get value for the time you're going to spend here today. We're not going to wait for anybody because you can always replay this. So, we're going to go straight to working on our topic for today. Thank you. So, let me just get the Instagram on so that some of my friends there be able to see me. Okay, so everything is good and working. Thank you. So anytime if you're here, I will appreciate if you can just let me know when you come in so I can also know you're here. So let's start by saying we are working on skills for today. Skills for today. This is Launch and Learn, a time we want you to be learning and launching, if there's any word like that. As you are eating, you are also able to learn. That's what we want you to have today. So if you are hearing me, please just use the chat box and say, I am hearing you. It will help me a lot to know that you are hearing me. If you're hearing me, use the chat box to say, I am hearing you so that it's easier for me to go ahead. Otherwise, I will need to check to be sure that you are hearing me. If you're here and you are hearing me, use the chat box. Let me know you are hearing me. Otherwise, I'll check to be sure that you are hearing me. Okay? If you're hearing me, let me know that you are hearing me. Go ahead. Otherwise, okay, thank you. Can see that you are hearing me. So let's go ahead immediately. So let's start by looking at what is what are skills for today. 21st century had changed quite a lot of things. So many things had changed. And okay, my name is Cussons. My job, what I love doing is to help turn your ideas into results. I love turning people's ideas, organizations' ideas into results. If you want to reach out to us, you can use those information there to reach out to me. Kali Cousins or Dr. Kali Cousins are my social media handles. You can also chat on WhatsApp on that number there, 0818-490-4305. If you are chatting outside Nigeria, plus 234-818-490-4305. Okay, so let's go ahead right now. Thank you, Tijani. Thank you for coming. Tijani says, hearing me. Thank you very much. Yeah, good. So let's start by looking at our first slide. Truism number one. Truism number one. Now, truism number one, things don't change because you have cried enough, but because you took the right actions. Think about it. Things don't change because you have cried enough. Things change because you took the right actions. Things don't change because you have cried enough. Things change because you are taking the right action. That is why today we are working on skills for today. What are the skills you need to actually become more today, tomorrow, and this year? Very important to note that we are more than half of the year. We've gone past half of the year. And a lot of people are still just confused. They don't even know where to start, how to start, what to do. They're still having issues with, even direction. Yeah, they're having issues with which direction to follow. What should I do? Some are even still thinking about what kind of business should I go into. Some are just so confused. Palmer, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. So things don't change because you have cried enough, but because you took the right actions. Now, 21st century is so funny, but it's true that 21st century demands some skills unheard of before now. 21st century demands of some skills unheard of before now. For instance, knowing how to care for yourself, knowing how to love yourself, and knowing how to take care of your mental health is a very important skill today. I'm going to say how. Yeah, if you cannot understand that there is so much madness. I was just looking out from my window here and I saw people fighting, very bad fights. In fact, they were fighting with weapons just on the road, a major road, Olusegun Obasanjo way in Abuja. Very big major road. They just blocked the road and we are fighting. Yes. So many madness outside there. It's so funny, but it's true. A lot of people have, they've lost it. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, you will lose it. And if you cannot lead yourself, you cannot even worthy to lead your table, to lead your organization, to lead your team, to lead your company, to lead anything about your life. So that is why it's important that you start understanding that 21st century skills may just be so funny, but they are true. You must understand those skills and make use of them. Now, let's start by saying what's a skill. I want to be very fast because I really don't want to take so much time. My table is so busy. This is a Monday morning. What are skills now? A skill is any hard or soft value, any hard or soft value emanating from yourself, emanating from your person, which makes any kind of work or circumstance easier. A skill is any hard or soft value emanating from your person, which makes any kind of work or circumstance easier. The truth is, if you must have a skill, the skill must be resident in you. Now, the skill could be as simple as how to smile in very hard circumstances. It could be how to turn very serious problems into something soft. Skills could be how to take care of your mental health, not to lose it at every time. The skill could even be how to make sure that you are very enthusiastic. There are a lot of people, anytime you see them, they are happy, they're enthusiastic, they are just on top of their game every single time you see them. How do they do it? Yes, there are people you see, they cannot discuss the negative. They can't just talk about, oh, killing and this one and this one. If they are discussing it, they're discussing it from the perspective of giving solution of what can be done. If you've got that, it's very important to note that we need to talk about what a value is. So we say a skill is any hard or soft value emanating from your person, which makes any kind of work or circumstance easier. Now, with that, we need to define value so that it's easier to know what value is then. So look at that. Value is anything that is not nothing that solves a problem. Okay, that solves or problem, sorry, that should be solves problems in a worthwhile way. Okay, so value is anything that is not nothing that solves problems in a worthwhile way. Anything that is not nothing that solves problem in a worthwhile way is what we call value. If you've got that, it's very pertinent to note that value can never be outdated. Value can never be outdated. And if that is true, let's look at, okay, there's something you need to see. Anytime you are offering value, make sure that your value is weighing more than the price. Look at that picture there by your left, you're going to see that that value is weighing more than the price. If you want people to buy your stuff, if you want people to consistently buy what you are selling, the value you are offering, they are going to see it. You must make them see it. Not just they should see it by deception, but really the value you're offering must be bigger, more than the price you are charging. So value, something you're going to scrutinize very well and make sure that your value is really value. Value is not defined by you. Value is defined by the people who are taking the value. If the people who are taking the value, they don't like the value, then the value is no value. The people who you are giving the value, they don't like the value. The value is not value at all. You may look for another audience or actually get this value that these people want. There are five important skills we need to discuss today. Very important skills. They may sound simple, but if you get hold of them, you are going to just be so, so powerful. If you get hold of those values, you are going to be so, so powerful. So let's look at them immediately. Number one value, rather, number one skill you need to get is what we call goal setting skill. In understanding goal setting, you need to ask yourself right now, right here, you're going to ask yourself, what do you want to achieve today? Ask yourself that question. What do I want to achieve today? Ask that question to yourself right now. Now, if you ask that question to yourself and you find out that you can't answer that immediately, there's a problem. It means that you don't have any goal set for today. Ask yourself, what do you want to achieve today? Then ask yourself, what do I want to achieve this month? If you ask these questions and no ready answer comes to play, no ready answer comes to your mind, there's a problem. The problem is that you don't have any goal. That's the problem. The problem is that you do not have any goal. So if you do not have any goal, just sit down right now, pick a piece of paper, and just start with what do I want to achieve today? Just start with that. What you want to achieve today. Just what do you want to achieve today? Don't don't make it big. Just make it simple. It could be to finish a task. It could be to finish a write-up. It could be to finish a letter. It could be to complete a proposal. Whatever that is, that becomes a goal. So if you ask yourself, what do I want to achieve today? And you can't answer readily, there is a problem. The problem is that you don't have any goal. Now, I encourage you right now to pause and use the share button on any way you are watching, whether you're watching from Instagram or you're watching from YouTube or my Facebook page or Facebook profile. Now, just do me a favor, use the share handle to just share this to your friends right now. Please do that immediately. Use the share button to just share this, okay? Just do that right now. I give you 30 seconds to just do that. Do that immediately. Use the share button right now and share what you are listening. Share it to your friends, share it to your groups right now. We have 20 more seconds. Use the share button to share what you are listening to right now. Please do me that favor. Use the share button right now. Share what you are listening to. We have 10 seconds left. Use the share button in 10 seconds to go back to our talk. Thank you, Anieta, thank you very much for sharing this. Thank you so very much. Yes, Palmer, Tijani, and all the people here, use the share button to share to your friends. If you share, I'll get the notification that you've shared that. So you do that immediately, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on Facebook, whether you are on my Facebook profile, on my Facebook page, whether you are on YouTube, use the share button to share you right now. Okay, thank you. Now let's go ahead. So we said that if you cannot answer the question, what do you want to achieve today? There's a problem. The problem is that you don't have a goal today. And if you can't answer the question, what do I want to achieve this month? There's a problem. The problem is that you do not have a goal this month. Yes. And if you can't ask the question, what do I want to achieve this year? And answer that. If you cannot do that immediately, that means you don't have a goal for the year. Very pertinent to note that your goal should be big enough. Dream big. Yes, there's no trophy in dreaming small. The best place to build your castle is in the sky. So dream big. Now, the human mind cannot conceive an impossible idea. That is true. I'm telling you that as an expert. If the human mind cannot conceive an impossible idea, what is left? Dream big. Dream as big as you can. Very important. Dream as big as you can, because as far as you can dream it, it is achievable, because the human mind cannot dream an impossible dream. The human mind cannot conceive an impossible idea. Set goals and make sure that those goals are smart. Now, take action. But we're going to talk about action, in the next few minutes. We're going to talk about action in a jiffy. Now, let's look at the next. I told you we're going to treat five. So very quickly, let's look at the next skill. Number two skill is mindset management. If you cannot manage your mindset, there is a big problem. If you cannot manage your mindset, there is a big problem. The problem is that you can never become great. The mind can build, the mind can destroy based on its sets. The mind can make you achieve, the mind can make you lose what you have achieved depending on its set. Mindset is everything. How you see reality is what we call mindset. How do you see things? Do you see a cup as half full or half empty? If you are in Nigeria, do you see Nigeria as a troublous and problematic country, or as a country that is emerging to become great? How do you see Nigeria? When you see the food inflation, do you see it as something that will kill you, or do you see it as a call to become, a part of the solution? How do you see reality? Yes, I give you example from the Bible. In the Bible book of Samuel chapter 17, First Samuel chapter 17, when David came into the scene, the Israelites, they were in trouble because one guy was terrorizing them. His name is Goliath. Goliath told them, if you are human beings, if you are great, you should first of all bring one person, a man like me, so we can fight. If I win him, you guys will serve us. If he wins me, the Philistines will serve you. So for 40 days, Goliath was there challenging the Israelites. They couldn't do anything. When David came to the scene, he asked them, what's the problem? They told him, this giant is challenging us to bring one person to fight him. David said, I will face him. I'm going to fight this guy. And he said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine to defy the Lord's army? Now, that's what I wanted to bring out from there. David refused to call that guy a giant. He called him uncircumcised Philistine. Now, God has taught me how to look at issues as opportunities. And we're going to talk about opportunities in the next few minutes. If you cannot understand that opportunities do not really come as opportunities, they always come as problems, you will always miss when God wants to bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two kinds of mindset. There are two kinds of ways to perceive reality. You can perceive reality from a growth mindset perspective. You can perceive reality from a fixed mindset perspective. Now, Dweck, the writer, in her book about mindset, shows that there are two kinds of mindset. One is growth mindset and one is fixed mindset. Now, for the fixed mindset, failure is the limit of my abilities. Because I failed in this thing, I can't do anything about it. That is for the fixed mindset. Because I failed, there's nothing I can do about this. It's not my thing. I can't do much about mathematics. I don't know mathematics. I don't know biology. I don't know public speaking. I can't do this one and that one. If you keep thinking that way, you are going to be unsung. You are going to go through life just a normal person, and you're going to go through life with every gift and everything God had given you intact inside of you, and you're going to die just very full, very, very full. Don't have a fixed mindset. You can grow bigger than your problem. That is our greatest ability to grow. The fixed mindset thinks that I'm either good at it or I'm not good at it at all. The fixed mindset thinks that my abilities are unchanging. I can't improve on them. This is how I've been from my childhood. The fixed mindset think I don't like to be challenged. The fixed mindset think I can either do it or I can't. The fixed mindset thinks my potential is predetermined. God knows everything. There's nothing I can do. God is all in all, and I cannot change what He has done. The fixed mindset thinks that when I'm frustrated, I give up because it shows I can't do it. Feedback and criticisms are personal. He doesn't like them. The person with fixed mindset, I stick to what I know. He doesn't improve. He sticks to what he knows. But it's very important to note that the growth mindset person sees failure as an opportunity to grow. When he fails in anything, he says, this is an opportunity to do what? To grow. This is an opportunity to become better. The growth mindset person knows that he can learn to do anything he wants to learn how to do. Yours sincerely, I do quite a lot of things. I'm an IT expert. I'm a public speaker. I have a PhD in philosophy. Why? Because I believe that the human mind is not calibrated and fixed. Yes, the human mind is, for me, uncalibrated. The human mind has the capacity to think or do anything it wants to do. For instance, the human mind has between 86 to 100 billion neurons. Now, William James, the Harvard pragmatist and professor, said that if you look at the best and the wisest and the greatest inventor on the earthly plane, he never used up to 10% of his creative ingenuity. If that is true, and I believe it is true, I want to believe it's true, because 86 billion neurons is too beautiful. And if we are using it, we can do anything. That is why you see people had made the aeroplane. Yeah. An iron can fly. Humans can now fly. People had made weapons. People had, quite a lot of people had made drones. People had made cars. There's nothing the human mind had not conceived and done. People, you are where you are now listening to me. Yes, simply because somebody believed it was possible. If you've got that, the question is, what are you waiting for? Yeah, challenges can help you grow. That is the growth mindset. Challenges help me to grow. My effort and attitude determine my abilities. When I fail in something, I don't need to blame anybody. I stand on the fact that if I had done it well, I would have succeeded. So you go ahead. They're not taking it to any devil. They're not taking it back to God. They know that God wishes that you succeed. God is a good God, and He wants you to be successful in whatever you do. Yes? And then I like to try new things. Yeah. And this growth mindset person is inspired by what? The success of others. Not when people succeed. Anybody who succeeds is either wayo, or the person is a juju person, or the person has done money ritual. Okay, so again, if you're here, I encourage you right now, and I want you to use the share button, whether you're watching on Instagram, you're watching on Facebook profile, my Facebook profile, or you're watching on my Facebook page, or you're watching on YouTube. I want you to use the chat bot, or rather the share button right now, and share this to your friends. So do that right now. Use the next 20 seconds to do just that. Now, do you have any question? If you have any question, please just put it on the chat box. If you have any question anywhere you are listening from, if you have any question, just put it on the chat box, and it will appear on my platform so I can answer your question. If you don't have a question, just write for me just one thing that you've learned just now, something you've learned in the last few minutes we've been on. Write down for me one thing that you have learned. Okay, just use the chat box to write down for me what you've learned, just one thing that came through to you, one statement that meant something to you. Write it down using the chat box, wherever you're watching from, Instagram, Facebook page, Facebook profile, or you're watching from YouTube. Use the chat box and write it down. Okay, if you've got that, let's go ahead immediately. So we've just worked on goal setting and we are working on mindset. Let's go over to the third one. The third one is fear decimation. You must have the skills to decimate fear. You must have the skills to decimate fear. You must have the skills to kill fear. Why am I repeating it? I'm repeating because fear has been a traitor. Fear has made us doubt ourselves. Fear has made us not to know that we are too much. Fear and doubt. They are traitors making us to lose what we often might want by fearing to attempt. I always talk about fear and lack of confidence because that is what kept me down for too long. Yes, thank God it was just during my childhood. Yes, by the time I was just getting up there, God has taught me how to use my knowledge and how to use my wisdom, okay, and how to use my talent. Otherwise, fear can keep you down for too long. In my mentorship program, I see people who are so powerful, but they are living like cowards. I see people who the whole world is their cathedral, but they are in the village, but they're not even village champions. Okay, I see people who are so intelligent, but they are afraid to even answer a question. Fear, doubt is a traitor, making us to lose what we often might want by fearing to attempt. Thank you, Anivet. The mind cannot conceive an impossible idea. Thank you very much. I put it on the screen there because that's what Anivet said he has learned today. Okay, so let's go ahead with fear. Now, remember they say fear is what? False evidence appearing real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. Yes, look at that picture there. That guy thinks that that thing will kill him, but that thing is only a shadow. That thing is not real. It's just a shadow. Very important to note that most of the things you are afraid of here on earth are just shadows. You are afraid of how people will think about you. People don't care. They don't care so much about you. They don't care. People are busy. People are suffering. They have problems. Either they have balls under their armpits, or they have eye problem, or they are suffering from sugar problem, or they are having their own scandal, or people have problems that they are trying to solve. So they are not thinking about you. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Simon. So very important to note that you need to start very, very fast, proving yourself, showing out there, appearing in the scene of life, appearing in the podium of life. You can just keep staying there. Those ideas God gave you, they are not for joke, they are for something. So don't ever allow what people will say to just keep you down. People will always say something. Yes, a lot of people are afraid of the dark. Why some people are not afraid of the dark? Okay, so what is that? A lot of people are afraid of heights. Why some people are not afraid of heights? I know some of my friends who are very afraid of aircraft. They cannot take plane to anywhere. They go through road anywhere they are going. Yes, does it make aircraft difficult? It's just the fact that they have refused to grow beyond that. It's a shadow, false evidence appearing real. What is that fear you have? Yes, one fear that is holding you down. Write it down on your own notes. Write it down and say, today I am conquering this fear. Make a promise to yourself that you're not going to leave this training with that fear. with you. This is lunch and learn. While you are eating, you are learning. We want you to do something for yourself the remainder of the year. Yes, so that you can be proud of what you've done. So by next year, you're going to do more and do more. You start becoming proud of yourself. Most of us are not proud of ourselves because we achieve so little in our lives. No, that's not your portion. We stop it right now. Okay. So stop being afraid. There is no greatness in fear. Decimate fear, destroy fear. This is a skill you must have. How do you decimate fear? Do it afraid. That thing that is making you afraid, go ahead and do it. You're going to find out that there is nothing in it. Yes. How did I get to where I am? Being disabled in my lower limbs. How did I get to where I am? Where life becomes beautiful, being disabled in my lower limbs. How did I do that? God taught me that fear is nothing. Yes, fear is false evidence appearing real. When you do what you are afraid of, fear will go. Fear is a mirage. It's like that river you see on the road, that water you see on the road. As you drive closer to it, the mirage shifts is distant. As you drive closer, the mirage shift is distant. So I want to encourage you. Yes, my friend Tijani said, cultivating the habit of dreaming big is one of the big lessons that I've learned today. Thank you, my friend Uncle T. Yes, yes, Tijani, I was so pleased with your design yesterday. It was so powerful. That design you did was so powerful. We're going to talk about it. I'm so glad that you just within hours of downloading that software, you were able to do your design. Wonderful. Franklin, my friend says, appreciate success. What you like gets attracted to you. To always appreciate other people's success, it will automatically inspire you. Thank you, my friend, Mr. Franklin. Thank you so very much, guys. I'm glad you are getting value for your time. Okay, so let's look at number 4 as we start winding down. Opportunity identification is the fourth skill you should have. Opportunity identification. A lot of people don't understand anything about identifying opportunity. Now, any company that must do great things, they must have capacity for trend identification and trend prediction. Yeah, trend prediction and trend um, um, identification. Yes, you should be able to identify the trend that is there right now, and then you predict where the world is going. Where will Nigeria be in 2023, in 2022, in December? Where would Nigeria be? Where would the world be if you cannot identify trend and predict trend? You cannot win. The same if you are into cryptocurrency, if you are into stock, if you are into forex, if you are into training, whatever you are into, if you can't predict where the world is going, you cannot do well. Even in families, if you can't predict how your children will behave by age 10 or 15 or 20 or 30, you cannot do well. So trend identification and trend prediction is very important, but we are talking about opportunity identification. Great opportunities, they come like problems. I don't remember any opportunity that I've had that didn't come like a problem or a task. Yes. It is only in rare cases that people will call you, come and take this contract. Even most times when they call you to come and take the contract, either you don't have the complete papers, you need to go and get your task clearance, to go and get your NSITF, to go and get your um, what do you call it, pencom, to go and get your bpp, to go IRR. So there must be something you should get or write a proposal. I remember many years ago when I was in my mid-20s, one woman, a commissioner in one of the states, piqued interest on me and said, Kali, just go and write a proposal so you can go and train all the primary and secondary school students across the state in phone repairs in one technical skill. Okay. I couldn't write that proposal. That was a very big opportunity that I missed. I didn't write that proposal, and I just was a young graduate. I just got work newly, and I wasn't. I was just starting on life. So that woman would have given me the greatest break of my life. But you see, I never wrote that proposal, and it took me back like a million years. I don't need somebody to tell me that that job, that contract that I didn't do took me back, because I was just new with my job, and I thought I didn't need the disturbance, or I didn't need the destruction or whatever. But I was using my time in other things. Yeah, I had enough time to actually combine those, but I never did. So we have to start understanding how to identify opportunities. A lot of opportunities, they come like problems. Yeah, you need to do something. But it's very important to note that your problem, your opportunity can be a problem, you carry it on your head, or it can be a problem that you do what? You ride on. A problem you ride on is called opportunity. A problem you are carrying on your head is called problems. Okay? A problem you ride on is called problems. A problem you ride on is called opportunities. A problem you are carrying on your head is called a problem. So it's better you start riding on your problems today. But there's something important you need to know about opportunities. If you don't look well, you're going to say opportunity is nowhere. But look at that guy, yes, who just separated it. Opportunity is now here. So you can decide to say opportunity is nowhere. It's just about mindset and perception. You can also decide to say opportunity is now here. It's all your problem. You can decide what you want. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start winding down. But I encourage you once more to share this training with your friends, whether you're watching on Instagram, on my Facebook page, or my Facebook profile, or on YouTube. Take 5 seconds right now and share this training to your friends right now. Just do it right now. Share this training to your friends so that they can. You don't know who you are saving. Yeah, there's so much people are passing through that giving them opportunity to get rejuvenated can save their lives. So much suicide, so much mental health issues, so much problems. Look at all the groups you belong to and you belong in, WhatsApp groups and all those groups. You're going to see every time people soliciting for, financial help. Yeah. Great men and women. I'm not talking about our beggars, great men and women soliciting for financial help. Yesterday, in one of the groups I am in, you know, the guy was soliciting for financial help. The son's stomach is like so large, and water is sipped out somehow, and he doesn't have money to do anything. Okay, so you need to understand how to help people, and that's why you see me do this thing from time to time. When I see that people are losing it, people are getting crazy, I institute a free program where I can talk for free and help people who want to listen. So use this next 5 minutes and share this right now. And neighbor said any forward-thinking company and individual should master trend identification and trend prediction. Super. Yes, so let me put it on there. Any forward-thinking company and individual should master trend identification and trend prediction. If you cannot reinvent yourself, you are not going to be great. You are going to have issues. You will always complain. The economy is bad. The economy in the last maybe 6 months or 1 year, I've set up about 3 companies or more. Why? Because the economy, when it gets bad, I guess I get better. When the economy gets bad, I get better. Yeah, when the bird is flying without perching, I start shooting without actually aiming. Why? Because problems are not solved by complaining. No matter how much you cry, you cannot solve a problem. Okay, you can only solve problem by taking action. Okay, so you can see somebody can say opportunity is nowhere, but another person can look at it and say opportunity is now here. That is why mindset is a powerful tool. How to have the nice mindset is a powerful tool you must have. So let's talk about number 5, and we round off. Number five is swift execution. A lot of people, they know what to do. A lot of people, they have been able to identify what to do. A lot of people have been able to understand what to do. But do it, yes, do it. They don't do it. They do not do it. Yes, they are always, preparing, procrastinating, waiting for a good time to be able to do it. I want to tell you, yeah, if you cannot, if you cannot execute swiftly, you are not better than that person who is not doing at all. Be ready to execute swiftly those ideas God gave you. Now look at it. ACT, act. It stands for action changes things. Act, act now, act now. Action changes things. A stands for action. C stands for changes. T stands for things. Action changes things. Thinking is wonderful, but if you think and you don't act on your thinking, there is no beauty in that. Action changes things. Very important that you know that. So just do me a favor. Just think of one action you are going to take immediately you leave this training right now. Just write it down on your own note. If you don't want to write it down here, just say this one action, I'm going to take it after leaving this training. It could be make a call. It could be write something. It could be call somebody. It could be start a program. It could be whatever it is. That action you need to take immediately you leave this training right now. Please write it down on your own sheet and be able to now do that. Now, anytime you have strategy, if you don't execute, you can't be successful. Strategy is one step, execution is one step ahead of strategy, and success is the next step after execution. If you have strategy and you are not executing, you can never go to the next level. If you are not having forcefulness in your execution is haphazard, you execute for 2 days, you leave it for 10 years. Now, you cannot be successful. Execution is so important for success that if you are an executor, no matter how poorly you think, most times you may find out that you will be better than that person who has a better thinking but doesn't do. Yeah. And why don't we do? Fear is the reason a lot of us do not do. Okay. So the next thing is look at it. Action takes you one step at a time, one step at a time to what you want to do. But let's just round off by saying value can never be outdated. Value can never be outdated. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no day value will be out of the market. If you can offer value, whatever it is, remember my definition of value. Anything that is not nothing, that solves a problem in a worthwhile way, that is value. If you can offer value, you can be as great as you want. I want to encourage you to today understand this mindset. So I'm going to do a very important, a very fast recap for those who are just joining. So we said that yesterday we worked on skills for today. What are the skills you need to be successful in today's world? And then we agreed that things don't change because you have cried enough, but things change because you took the right decisions and the right actions. We agreed that it's funny, but true, that 21st century demands some skills unheard of before. For instance, we said knowing how to care for yourself and take care of your mental health is a very important skill today. Yesterday, nobody thought that was a skill. And then we went ahead to define a skill and we say a skill is any hard or soft value emanating from your person, which makes any kind of work or circumstance easier. Okay. And then we said, what then is value? Yes. Remember to remove that A there. We say, well, value is anything that is not nothing that solves problems in a worthwhile way. Anything that is not nothing that solves problems in a worthwhile way. And we said your value must weigh more than the price people are supposed to pay. And we said scrutinize your value. Values are not there because values are not valuable because you say they are valuable. Values are valuable because the people who are going to use the thing, it is valuable. And we talked about 5 important skills that you must have today. We said number one is goal setting. We said, what do you want to achieve today? If nothing readily comes to mind, know that you don't have value. Yeah, rather, you don't have goals. But if you say, what do I want to achieve today? And something comes into mind, that means you have goals. And we said, dream big because there is no better place to build your skyscraper than in the sky. We said, set goals and then take actions. Don't be a procrastinator. We talked about the second skill, which is mindset management. If you cannot manage your mindset, you are not worthy to be a great person. So, managing your mindset is very important. I would say there are two kinds of mindset according to Dweck: growth mindset and fixed mindset. And we agreed that growth mindset is important because fixed mindset is inadvertent. It takes away your capacity to do great things. And we said number three skill that you must have today is fear decimation. You must have the capacity to just do it and kill the fear. We say fear is false evidence appearing real. Immediately you understand that it is only a child that the shadow of Ojuju Calabar can make afraid. You can understand how your fears are unfounded. A lot of people fear darkness. Some people fear reptiles. Some people fear rodents. Some people fear cockroaches. Some people are afraid of heights. It doesn't make that real. It's just a figment of your imagination. Just do it. Do it afraid, and you're going to fear and find out that your fear goes. And we say that immediately you understand that when you do what you fear, the death of fear is certain. You are going to go ahead and do your fear. 99% of us do not achieve our dreams because of fear. And if you understand that, be that 1% that, in spite of fear, achieve your dream. Okay, we talked about the fourth skill. We called it opportunity identification. And we said if you want to be a great person, you must understand how to identify opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, just drop it on the chat box and I will answer that immediately before I leave in the next few minutes. So if you have a question, drop it on the chat box. But don't forget to take a second out right now and share this live broadcast to your friends. Yeah, they may need it. You don't know. A lot of people are passing a lot of great things this period. You see people, full-fledged men, begging. Yes, they are begging to feed their families. Full-fledged women begging to feed their families. If they can get the right knowledge, they can do more. That is why I instituted this program. Yes, proudly supported by HP Life, Cussons Business School, proudly supported by Dexter Rosie Rice, proudly supported by United Nations Industrial Development Organization to be able to help people. Okay, so share right now, share it to your groups. Yeah, even after the program, take out 1 2 minutes and share this extensively. Now we talked about number four, opportunity identification. We said great opportunities come as problems, and immediately you are able to understand these opportunities, that these problems as opportunities, you are going to be as great as you want. We say when you carry your problems on your head, it becomes problems. When your problems disturb you, they become problems. But when you ride on them, they become opportunities. So opportunity is the act of riding on your problems. Riding on your problems is what we call opportunities. And then we talked about the fact that you can, through your mindset, say opportunity is nowhere, or you can, through the same mindset, say opportunity is now here. Ladies and gentlemen, very important to note that you can become as great as you want if you can understand how to ride your problems. And we said number five skill, swift execution. Don't procrastinate. Procrastination is doing day before, procrastination is postponing to day after tomorrow. Procrastination is postponing to the day after tomorrow what you would have done day before yesterday. Don't be a procrastinator. It's a robber. Procrastination is a robber. And we agree that act is very important. Act acting. Act it out. Go and do it. It's very important. And we say ACT stands for action changes things. Action changes things. If you take actions, things will change. If you don't take actions, nothing changes. We agreed that when you have strategy, you have execution, you get to success. But strategy takes you to one level, execution takes you to another, and then it takes you over to success. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we did today. And we agreed that value can never be outdated. Immediately you start understanding that if you can offer value, you can be as great as you want. What value can you offer today? I ask you, what value can you offer today? What is that thing that you can do for people, for individuals, for organizations? Yeah, you may tell me I don't have money in my pocket. I wish you luck, but there is a difference between resources and resourcefulness. Resources are the things you need to achieve something. If they are not there, use resourcefulness, which is using whatever you can capitalize on, which is capital to do what you want to do. Capital is whatever you can capitalize on. Can you capitalize on your handsomeness, on your tallness, on your beauty, on your academics, on your education, on your personal skills, on your marketing skills? Go ahead, do that right now. Thank you for listening in. I want to appreciate you, and I will appreciate it more if you can take out 30 seconds to share this. So if you have any question, please can you put it down? Okay, do you have any question? If you do, can you kindly put it down here? Do you have any question? If you have any question, kindly put it down. Okay, yeah, I'm going to recommend one of my books, Discover Yourself, to you. Yeah, if you've not read the book, this is the best time, and this is one of the best things you can give yourself. Click on that link and then be able to go buy that book. When you buy that book, reach out to me and I'll be able to give you a personal attention for 1 hour. I will have discussion with you about how to move your life, your business forward. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. If you have any question, please, I'm here for the next 1 minute. Then I will be able to answer your question. Any question you have, any question? If you don't, yes, we can go. Do you have any question? So I'm gonna play a song while I wait to see if you have any questions. So, but if you've been here from earlier in the day, I want you to comment on what you have learned. I want you to comment on what you have learned. Yes, if you are here earlier, I want you to comment on what you have learned. Comment on what you have learned. Yeah? Yes, very quickly. I'll play some for you why I want you to comment on what you learned today. Very important. Comment on one thing that you've learned today. Yes, I'm waiting. Comment on one thing that you've learned today. I'm gonna play a song for you. Okay. Use the chat box and comment. Thank you, Bonnie Rex. Keep the growth mindset. Thank you, Bonnie Rex. So that's what man. Yeah. Oh, Mary Mama. Oh, Mary Mama. Franklin, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you, my friend Palmer. Palmer said, thank you so much for the key takeaway as well. This is my field, and I really appreciate you for sharing valuable and life-changing information for free always. God bless you. Thank you, my Palmer. You are a great woman. Thank you very much for all that you do for others too.
If you
God
do
bless you.
nothing else for me,
Mm.
you are God enough. Oh, Emma, oh, Emma, oh, Emma, oh, Emma, oh, Emma, oh, Emma.
Woo!
You are God enough. Oh, Emma, oh, Emma, oh, Emma, oh, Emma. You are God enough. Oh, Emma,
Oh, Mary, Mama, oh, Mary,
Jesus,
oh, Mary, Mama, oh, Mary, oh, Mary, Mama, oh, Mary, oh, Mary, Mama, oh, Mary,
this your mercy, this your mercy. Oh,
Mary,
this your love, this your goodness. Oh, your goodness to us on Calvary. How you love me so. Daddy, if you do nothing else for me, you have done enough for us. If you do nothing else for me. You said? You are done enough for
you are going. So this program holds 1:30 Mondays and Wednesdays, and then 8:30 on Thursdays. So tell your friends, just come to anywhere you watch, just come to that page. You're going to be able to watch again. So tell your friends about it, you know. Woo!
Okay. So we say, Jesus, you are good. You have done it all. You are good. Jesus, you are good. You have done it all. You are good. Jesus, you are good. You have done it all. You are good. Jesus, you are good. You have done it all. Jesus, you are good. Jesus, you are good. Jesus, you are good. Jesus. Hey! You have done it all. You have done it all. You have done it all. Yeah. You have done it all. You have done it all. Jesus, you are good. 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 Jesus, Chim up, chim up, ha, chim up, chim up. Oh, me wanna move my life. Oh, me wanna move my life. Oh, me wanna move my. Jesus, your highest praise.